Dr. Karim, a very good evening to you, and also a good morning to you in back in US. Uh, so it's a pleasure to connect with you, and let me congratulate you and the company Synopsys Simpleware for being accorded the 3D Graphy Medical Awards 2020, software company in orthopedic implants and design. So it's a great time to acknowledge good work done by medical practitioners, researchers, and technology companies in 3D printing and also software company. So 3D Graphy is a platform. We've been able to construct this platform last year, and wherein we work in consortium with various research organizations, individuals, doctors, surgeons, and also technology companies. And this actually gives us a good opportunity to know respondents who are doing some good work and who is doing it, and then subsequently also through this platform, the awards where we recognize their initiative. So, so both from the end user side as well as the technology provider side, people get to know, who is doing the good work in the space. So let me ask you, Dr. Karim, what is the USP of Simpleware as in Synopsys Simpleware software in the global perspective?
Well, thanks. First of all, I'd just like to thank the organizers for giving us this award. It's an honor and we appreciate it. And in terms of what we offer, we're the Simpleware group within Synopsys, and we provide solutions and software that convert 3D images to models as kind of the very high level view of it. And in terms of what we bring to the table, for us is leveraging our technology to provide fully automated solutions to our clients for their workflow, to speed it up and to help them scale up. So our interests, our goals in the area of, say, PSIs, of guide, surgical planning in the orthopedic space is to enable companies to scale up their production. As many people in this area know, the area of segmentation and landmarking is a very big bottleneck, as well as the ability to generate high-quality models and surface reconstructions in the end. And we're able to leverage our machine learning-based AI tools and develop customized solutions for customers to allow them to scale up to hundreds or thousands of CT scans per month in their processing pipeline.
Okay. And what are the opportunities that you foresee in the Indian markets, Dr. Karim?
It's a newer market for us, and there's definitely certainly room to grow as more and more companies and patient-specific companies come online in the area of patient-specific implants, 3D printing. All those areas are becoming more and more ubiquitous. The technology is being used more and more and more in clinical practices, and we can see it's definitely an emerging market. And I think we're nicely positioned to offer tools that let people go from not only provide the solutions to start and learn about the workflow and develop that workflow in-house, but then to eventually scale up and to partner with a company that, our philosophy is we're not they're not customers, they're partners. We really like to partner with our customer, understand their workflow, and provide the expertise and technology that will help them scale.
Okay, and I also congratulate Integrate Microsystems of being a partner for you in Indian context in terms of the way they have actually been able to shape up things for the organization and then working in conference with you as a distributor for this software. I'm sure there'll be a guiding force coming from them, and they've been doing some good work in the space. Now, so the larger intent in terms of it would be for penetration. How do you see this penetrate? How do you get to the last bit in the to reach the respondent in the value chain, and then probably translating that to business?
Yeah, typically it starts at different levels within any organization or any company that is doing or intends to do this type of workflow. It's really helping them understand that we provide very good technology within Synopsys, Synopsys has been traditionally it's in the semiconductor space for 30 years, and obviously ours is a pretty removed from that industry. But on the underlying technology, it's very applicable. Converting, handling. When you handle 3D images and convert them into surface reconstructions, you're basically handling very complex, very messy organic shapes and converting them into models that can be used for design or other CAD or CAE purposes. And with that, we've been able to leverage Synopsys's technology, and really one good example is our machine learning based AI tools. We've been able to leverage a very large Silicon Valley based company with a long history in this space, and really leverage that technology and bring that into this space and then deploy it within companies. So really increasing our visibility, increasing our penetration is really the goal right now. And a lot of it is, there are a lot of startup companies in this space, working with them, trying to help them get going, as well as the larger OEMs, or the larger manufacturers of devices who have workflows, but big bottlenecks. And working with them to show that, we can automate this workflow. You don't need to hire 50 engineers to do this. You can fully automate the solution, and honestly, in a lot of these companies, I'm going a little away from your question a bit, but a lot of these companies, they hire engineers that are overqualified for the segmentation process. They don't need to be segmenting bones. They need to be designing, building tools, working on innovation. So we take care of that. We help automate the segmentation fully with our custom solutions, and then we have some out-of-the-box solutions that are ready that may not fully automate, but still will save a significant amount of time during the segmentation and landmarking process.
One important fact also remains that education in the medical education space, do you think that this software can lead to a larger penetration or maybe proliferation, starting from the first go, wherein professionals and medical students also need to know how these softwares and tools can be used properly, so that when they come to a stage where they're the professional doctors applying these solutions. Do you think that that also actually would help in terms of gaining that kind of penetration? Because it all starts from education, and then probably for them to become professionals, they will also probably want to set up their own clinics, or probably look at technology as a key measure to offer solutions. Do you think that would also help going forward?
Yeah, I mean, academia and education is where the company comes from. I mean, Simpleware started. I started back in 2011 when it was just Simpleware. It was before acquisition by Synopsys, and I'd say half of our back then half of our revenue stream was academic, and research labs and different medical universities teaching using the software, trying to integrate it into their curriculum. And we support that fully, and we continue to do that. Obviously, now that we've grown, we're scaling up more to a commercial focus, but academia is really the bedrock of where we came from. So yeah, we definitely work with and try to support academic universities, institutions, have different options for them to integrate it into their educational curriculum.
Also, Kerim, the next question is that 3D Graphy is actually a platform engaging with specialists from various different specialization. Going forward, on 12th, we are also going to talk about the HA coatings. The orthopedic surgeons were looking at that as a solution in their space, and so we would want to plan and do this on an ongoing basis as these workshops. Do you think workshops like these would actually make sense for you in terms of maybe a detailed workshop? Maybe on the software side of it, would it help?
Yeah. I mean, it's all about just getting people in front of it and showing them the workflow and demonstrating it for them. We're more than happy to do that. As you mentioned, IMS is a distributor of ours, and they're doing great work in India, and we definitely like to support them and in any of these kinds of efforts, workshops, to increase visibility and penetration within India.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Dr. Kerim, for your time. And once again, let me congratulate for your good work and for designing these, because there's a lot of research going in terms of designing and making these tools and solutions, ensuring that the end user, the doctors, benefit from it. And we really acknowledge the good work that you're doing in terms of creating these tools. And wishing you all the best and congratulations to you once again. And I'm sure the market is far reaching in terms of wide and in the global side, 3D Graphy also is looking at trying to initiate cords with various establishments and organizations, because I think the digital era is actually gaining that kind of a presence and an advantage. We are not looking at physical meetings anymore. With pandemic, I think we've actually made it really look very simple and easy. Otherwise, for Dr. Kerim to come all the way from US to India would have been a real big cost in terms of stay, and then want to make and justify cost. At the end of the day, organizations needs to be justified. There has to be an ROI for whatever you do. So I think good in a way in terms of for us to have been able to connect through these platforms, and we will continue to do these platforms, and which will be engaging, and it will need to be worth in terms of an investment, in terms of ROI, in terms of also knowledge sharing and transfer, and also physical events post pandemic. I'm sure and a hybrid model like these would also be working where going hand in hand. So companies will be able to make a choice in terms of where they need to go in for an online piece and where they would want to go in for a physical piece. Because sometimes, handshakes are also important, as long as, it also translates that emotion. But good, it was a pleasure to connect with you. I still feel connected with you, though without a handshake. And it was a pleasure connecting with you, Dr. Kerim, and wishing you all the best and congratulations once again. Thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.